Sermon preview for July 29th. We're going to continue in Perfect Church. And this week we're going to talk about the perfect healing. We finished Acts chapter 2, and so this week we're going to be in Acts chapter 3, the beginning of Acts chapter 3, where you see this healing. Peter heals this blind beggar, or this lame beggar, and it's a pretty powerful story. It's a pretty incredible story, pretty amazing what God was doing in the early church 2,000 years ago. And really what we're going to say is we see these healings, that's great, that's awesome, but wait, I thought we were supposed to be an extension of this church. Why don't we see those kinds of things today? And that's what we're going to be talking about in this sermon. Is we're going to answer these three questions about healing. The first question we're going to address is whether God still heals today. And the answer, by the way, is yes, he does. And we're going to give some examples of that, personal examples, and also just examples in the church today. But the second question that it leads to is, does God always heal? And the answer, of course, is no. God doesn't always heal. And there's even some examples in the Bible of God not healing. And so we'll talk about those, and we'll talk in general terms about the fact that God is God and we're not. He's not bound to heal. There's no magical incantation. It's not like we can just say, hocus pocus and we'll be healed, obviously, or nobody would ever die or get sick. And so we'll talk about that second point. It'll be a pretty powerful point. And then the third point is going to be just really practical. So how do I pray for it? If healing still can happen, how do I apply this to my life? Like, what if someone's sick and I want to pray for them? Like, should I pray for healing? Can I pray for healing? And we're going to talk about that a little bit. And a few things we're going to mention is we should pray with sincere faith and hope. We should call out to God earnestly, acknowledging that God can do it. He has the ability to do it. He hears our prayers. He hurts with us. We're going to make sure that people understand that. And we're going to encourage people that you should pray for healing. And do it with faith and sincerity. But ultimately, the second point we'll make is that we should submit to God's will. Jesus did this same thing. He prayed, God, take this cup from me. I don't want to suffer. But in the end, he said, your will be done, not mine. And so we're going to talk about not treating God like our servant or demanding that he heal us, because obviously we're not God. We can't, he's not our puppet. And we can't make him do anything, even though we don't fully understand why people don't get healed. We even though we pray for healing, we also ultimately should submit to God's will and still trust in him. And we'll talk about all that stuff. And then we'll probably end with this last point, is that the ultimate healing, the perfect healing, isn't physical healing, it's spiritual healing. And we'll share the gospel to end. So be prepared. And also, and just encourage you, especially service leaders, campus pastors, you're probably going to be talking about, there might be people coming forward for prayer, for healing. So just really encourage you to remember these points. Pray with sincere faith. Go ahead and pray. It's not weird to pray, God, we pray for your healing, and call on God to heal someone if they ask for that. But ultimately, this is what I always do. At the end of that prayer, just say, but God, I pray your will to be done, not mine, but that your will is done, and give us the strength to understand that and to bear up under that and all that stuff. And so be prepared for that this week, and it's going to be a great week. I think it's going to be a powerful sermon this Sunday.